On today's broadcast, I have some rather difficult information to share with you guys today. And quite frankly, I'll be very blunt. The information that I'm going to share with you today is not anything that you're going to want to hear per se, but you're absolutely going to be glad that you did hear it because you are going to be ready and prepared for what's ahead. And by the way, this is one of the most critical reports that I have done this entire year. So you're going to want to listen to this entire report. But with that, the Biden administration has just created a 166,000-man army here in the U.S. I'm talking about a domestic army that is bigger than any of our military reserves. Now, I'm going to suggest to you that this particular army is going to come after Trump supporters, Republicans, and conservatives. And I'm going to use information from our past here in the United States of America to prove it to you. And not just our past, but I'm also going to show you the lady, I'm going to call her a henchman, who Biden put in charge of this army. But as a quick reminder, I've got to give a shout out to my partner at Virtual Shield at hidewithlisa.com. Look, if you guys don't have a VPN, a virtual private network, then now is absolutely the time to get it. If you want to kind of, look on the internet and skim the internet without anybody knowing what you look at, then you're going to want a VPN. And this is the only one I trust. But check it out right now for a 30-day free trial and 50% off of the product. And that's a lifetime discount. But go to hidewithlisa.com to take advantage of that offer. All right. So let's dive into this massive army that the Biden administration is unleashing on the American population. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about his addition of 87,000 new IRS employees via his fake Inflation Reduction Act. And if you add that to the current 79,000, you've got about 166,000 IRS employees. Now, before you hit the pause button and say, I already know that, there is information that you're going to want to know that's new. It just came out about this division, and specifically the hench lady who is kind of in charge of divisions within this IRS group is someone that you should absolutely be chilled to your core about, because her history, says that the future of the IRS is absolutely going to be targeting you. If you're a conservative, a patriot, you donate to any Republican candidate, anything of that nature, trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. But let's start first with that massive size. As a reminder, I'm going to blow through some of this old detail. Freebeacon.com, Dems poised to make IRS larger than the Pentagon, State Department, FBI, and Border Control. It goes on to state this: under the Inflation Reduction Act negotiated by Manchin, the agency would receive $80 billion in funding to hire as many as 87,000 additional employees, and the increase would more than double the size of the IRS, which currently has 78,661 full-time staffers, which would put us at a total of 166,000 employees. Just to really help you grasp how big it is, I pulled the statistics on our U.S. military, like how big are branches and departments within our U.S. military. Take a look here. These are stats from 2020, by the way, of our U.S. military. And what I want you to note is that 166 IRS employees is larger than the Coast Guard at 40, the Air Force, larger than the Marine Corps Reserves, larger than the Navy Reserves, larger than the Air National Guard, and almost the size of your Marine Corps active duty. We're talking about nearly the size of our Marine Corps active duty and bigger than all of our reserves. That should chill every person to the bone. And by the way, the media keeps telling everybody that, no, this is just for people making less than $400,000 or making over $400,000 per year. But just as a quick reminder, some of you may know that already, but here's the actual document HR 5376. And if you scroll down here to about page 43, I want you to notice the highlighted word intended. It says, nothing in this section is intended to increase taxes on any taxpayer or small business with a taxable income below $400,000. Further, noting in this section, it is intended to increase taxes on any taxpayer not in the top 1%. Keyword there, intended. In other words, we absolutely plan on doing it. Now, What I also want you to note is one of our Republican senators actually put forward a bill there, and he said, okay, if that's the case and you say it's not intended, well, let's solidify it and say you're not going to. Here's that bill that he attempted to pass. By the way, U.S. Senate Finance Committee ranking member Mike Crapo filed an amendment to the Democrats' misleading named Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. That particular amendment, what it did is it would ensure that the Democrats' supersized IRS proposal cannot violate the president's pledge to not raise taxes on those making less than $400,000. In other words, it prevented the IRS from auditing those who made under $400,000. And the Democrats did not sign it at all. In other words, they totally intend, right? They totally intend, using their words, to go after those making under $400,000. But here's one other thing I just want to throw up in there, and this is a newer one, frontpagemag.com. Under Biden, you're 4 times more likely to face an IRS audit. 1 in 111 taxpayers might be audited due to the increase. Now, here is the new bombshell information, but I wanted to give that information for those who may not have had it. And here it is. The woman who is going to be involved in the IRS centralized office. She's picked to lead this new centralized office of new employees. Well, she is the woman that was involved in the IRS scandal under Obama. Oh, and by the way, she had all her emails. They just mysteriously disappeared. But here it is. I found this on gatewaypundit.com, and this is chilling to the core. IRS official Nicole Flax, who was involved in the IRS conservative targeting scandal, and I'm going to get into that, is picked to lead the centralized office for the new 87,000 employees. It goes on. Here's the background of who this woman is so you kind of get the grasp, right? IRS Commissioner John Koskinen testified before the House Oversight and Government Reform on March 26, 2014. Koskinen told Representative Jason Chaffetz during the hearing that Lois Lerner's emails were archived and it would take a long time to retrieve them. Following his testimony, the IRS told Congress Lois Lerner's emails were lost in a computer crash. The Obama IRS later said it could not find emails from 6 other top employees who were involved in the conservative targeting scandal. It goes on. It's not just Lois Lerner's emails. The IRS says it cannot produce emails from 6 more employees involved in the targeting of conservative groups, according to 2 Republicans investigating the scandal. The IRS recently informed Ways and Means Chairman Dave Camp and Subcommittee Chairman Charles Bustiane that computer crashes resulted in an additional lost emails, including, here's that word, Nicole Flax, the chief of staff to former IRS Commissioner Steve Miller, who was fired in the wake of the targeting scandal. So we have Lois Lerner. We also have Stephen Miller, who was fired regarding the entire conservative scandal where Obama, and we all know who's really pulling Biden strings, but anyway, under Obama, when he was president, he used the IRS to specifically go after conservative. And we know that Biden's just a double copy of Obama. But that said, here we have Nicole Flax, right? She is one of 6 employees who mysteriously just lost their emails. And she was the chief of staff to the former IRS Commissioner Stephen Miller, who was fired for harassing conservatives. Why are those 6 people still at the IRS is beyond me. Oh, I know why. Because it's controlled by Democrats, obviously, just like the FBI and the DOJ. But one of 6, and she is now the one who is going to be leading the central office, or she is picked to lead the central office for the new 87,000 employees in the IRS. Let me just remind you how bad that scandal was. Let's go, because you may or may know all the information, but it's a great reminder. Townhall.com. Surprised. All 501c4s audited by the IRS were conservative. This is part of Obama's scandal. All of them conservative, 100%. All 501c4s were conservative. That's all who they went after. Here we have Breitbart News. IRS targeted 292 Tea Party groups, just 6 left-wing, but 292 Tea Party groups, and not just the Tea Party groups, also 10% of those who donated to them. Take a look. WashingtonTimes.com. House Republicans find 10% of Tea Party donors were audited by the IRS. Here we also have Washington Post. IRS targeted groups that criticize the government. IG report says you criticize the government, pesky IRS is coming after you. Then we also have New York Post. IRS targets conservative Hollywood group. Let's just go after the conservative Hollywood group. Then we also have dailycaller.com. IRS asks pro-life group to pledge not to protest Planned Parenthood in exchange for the tax-exempt status. Wait, don't worry. It's all okay, right? They apologize for it. IRS apologizes for targeting conservative groups. If they really meant their apology, Nicole Flax would not be working at the company now, would she? Nope. But don't worry, you have nothing to fear, right? You have nothing to fear. Only the fact that currently the IRS majorly donates to Democrats. Let's take a look here. Here we have ATR.org. IRS union gives 100% of PAC spending to Democrats. Wait now. Let me just be very blunt with you. If the Republicans gave a flying yeah, I want to say the word I can't say. If they gave a flying then they would have done something about it in 2013, 2014 when all that crap was happening, right? No, or under the Trump administration. But we have do-nothing Republicans in charge who do nothing about this. They care not that their own citizens and own people are getting audited more than all the other groups. They did nothing, so much so that we still have the people involved in this scandal working in the IRS, who just happened to lose their emails. Where does that sound familiar? Oh, yeah, Hillary Clinton. I lost my emails too. Seems to be a thing with the Democrats. I don't know, maybe Trump should lose his emails too. Just saying. But they're do nothing. I hate it. I'm so frustrated with them. They're better than Democrats, right? But dang, if we had actual Republicans in there doing anything, we wouldn't be here. This would have been taken care of while we were in charge of the House and the Senate. No. Didn't happen now, did it? Oh, and by the way, Republicans right now are not even talking about repealing the 87,000 IRS employees. What? Gee, I wonder. I'm fed up. I'm sorry. But here's the other thing. Certainly, the IRS isn't going to be armed and dangerous. Now, are they? And you may want to know this if you don't already. Here we have AmericanMilitaryNews.com. IRS hiring agents that must carry guns, use deadly force during dangerous assignments. We also have them bulking up with ammo. IRS starting point, 4,600 guns, 5 million rounds of ammo, and hitman suits. Yep. Oh, certainly they're not practicing that. Yeah, here's just a video of IRS. You can see their little IRS suits right there. Yep, they're practicing. They're preparing. Let's forward here, break it in. Here they go. They're going to break in. Going after you. See with their little IRS CI vest there. Oh, darn. Well, excuse that. Certainly they don't have, careers where they're hiring things like that. Here we have IRS careers. Let's scroll down. What are they hiring? This is current, by the way. Current. As soon as right around the same time that they announced that they were going to hire 87,000 more IRS agents, this job ad came up around that same time. And by the way, they removed the section that's already there. I had to go to the Wayback Machine to get it. But here we go. Let's scroll down just a little bit. Oh, here it is. Duties. Carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force if necessary. Dangerous assignments. Well, gee. Apparently they're armed too. Hey, and they're bigger than all of our reserves, our Navy reserves, Coast Guard reserves. Just shh. Never mind the fact that the lady in charge was involved in one of the biggest scandals of the century. Yeah. Never mind the fact that Republicans just look the other way. Anyhow, you really want to know what's going on? Get to Restricted Republic. I did an entire extensive report on this whole IRS thing. I put this out on August 12th, 2022. Obviously, I've been talking about it a lot, but the new information that came to light today was absolutely critical. But this would be the first step one that you guys want to see. And this is basically another part of that. I really expand on it, but get to Restrictive Republic right now, and you can get it for $50 forever, for life, for a year, for every year, $50 per year for life. Use the coupon code FOREVER50 to take advantage of that special offer. It's one of the best deals that we've had as far as the yearly rate is concerned, and I really want to encourage you guys, get there, support what we do, and get the Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Havens signing out.